Hello, everyone, and happy pre-release weekend. And I hope your events were as much fun as mine was, because what I got to experience on Friday, May 8th, was something special, unlike anything I've ever experienced before, and unique among any other pre-release event that happened for Wilds Unknown. So just to lay a little context, a little groundwork, if you're unfamiliar, this is the first time that Disney Lorcana has pre-release kits. This is something that other card games do, but Disney Lorcana, we finally got them. What's in here is 6 booster packs of Wilds Unknown. You also get 4 dice, which are in my dice bag, so I can't pull those out, and a special postcard. There's a potential of one of 3 of these, one for each of the 3 different areas that are highlighted in the Wilds Unknown set. Mine is from the Wildernaut. There's also a small set of instructions as well as information to help you play. And then there was a cool promo. You had a chance of getting one of these special promos with the promo, the new gold promo border. There was one in each color, all with the in the Traveler cycle. I'll show mine off in a little bit. Mine's, as I said, mine's pretty special because of something that happened during our pre-release. So I don't want to put the cart before the horse on that one. So with my deck, the cards that I pulled, I didn't have a ton of one particular strategy, so I had to kind of meld a few together and see what would work. I did pull 2 legendaries. I got Snow White, Merry as the Morning. I actually like this card. Not sure it's entirely playable, but I think it's cute. And then I also got Louisa Madrigal, Confident Climber. I actually like this card as well. I think they're both of these. I just realized that I got both the Amethyst Enchanteds. Really cool on both of those. The way the event was structured was there was a lot of us. We had about half an hour to open our packs, build our decks. Then we had 3 rounds, best of 1 for each of those. There was pack per entry, pack per win, and then some other some raffles at the end, and a few extra goodies that I will, again, I'll mention those in a little bit. But my first match, I went up against a girl that I played against before. And it was a fun match. What really won me, though, is I was able to drop Fat Cat down fairly quickly. And it stayed out there giving me 2 lore each. So Fat Cat's Club, it's a inkable 3 cost location, costs 1 to move there, has 6 willpower and 2 lore value. And then my opponent made the mistake of not removing it quickly, which probably wouldn't have made a huge difference because I had Fergus Outpost Builder out there. This is an inkable 6 cost Dreamborn Mentor King, 4/6 stat line with 2 lore. That's all well and good, but the real cool part is during your turn, whenever this character becomes exerted, you may play a location from your hand or discard with cost 4 or less for free, which means that you could replay Fat Cat's Club if need be. And then hold fast while this character is at a location. Whenever a location is challenged and banished, you may deal 4 damage to chosen character. So my opponent actually played Casa Madrigal when I had this down, so I was able to remove that, put 4 damage on something. And then I had Fergus at Fat Cat's Club when my opponent removed the club, allowing me to put 4 more damage on something else. Because as I was reading that, there's no stipulation about my turn or anything else. It's just whenever a location, doesn't have to be mine, is challenged and banished, I may deal 4 damage as long as Fergus is at a location. So anyway, what else did I have? Okay, so won the first match, got a pack, opened it there, didn't pull anything spectacular. Second match, went into it. I was able to get a little bit of a combo going down. So Snow White, Merry is the Morning. She, whenever this character quests, she's an inkable 3 cost, 2/3 Dreamborn Hero Princess with 1 lore. Whenever this character quests, you may return chosen 7 dwarves character of yours to your hand to draw a card. And then during an opponent's turn, whenever this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. I had what did I have? It was Sneezy. So I had Sneezy out. I dropped Snow White, I dropped Sneezy. Sneezy is an inkable 3 cost, 3/4 Storyborn ally, 7 dwarf. that has Gesundheit. When you play this character, chosen character gets +1 lore this turn. So I had Snow White drop or had Sneezy, dropped Snow White the next turn, quested with Sneezy, quested with Snow White, returned Sneezy to hand, drew a card. It was a fun little engine. The downside is I wasn't getting the resources I needed. I wasn't moving fast enough. My opponent got down faster, so she was able to win that. In the third match, it didn't go as well for me. I was able to get my toy combo going. Not a huge thing, just a little bit of synergy. So I had Pterodactyl Janie doll out, where during your turn, when this character is banished, each opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore. So I had this in play. I also dropped Mrs. Incredible Helen Parr, which gives a character challenger +2 until the end of turn. So I used that challenger on Janie, used Janie to remove something. She got banished, and then I was able to play Wind Up Frog, because Wind Up Frog, if one of your toy characters was banished this turn, you may pay 2 ink less to play this character. So I got him down for free. The downside is, in that match, my opponent, I also had, I was getting into my evasives, my big two questers. He was able to put the brakes on me a little bit, just enough to get himself ahead. So I ended up going 1 and 3, got 1 extra pack from that, which, as I said, didn't pull anything spectacular out of. I did end up getting the Lenny promo as part of my as part of my night. We also got the Touch the Sky sticker, which is really cool. I like it. I love Brave. So anything that has Merida or Touch the Sky on it is fantastic. But that wasn't the really cool part. See, the really cool part is we had a special guest at our pre-release, which is why I say it is unique. Like, this did not happen anywhere else in the world. It doesn't matter what else happened at your pre-release. The one that I went to at Trading Card Garage had Mr. Steve Warner, one of the co-designers of Disney Lorcana. This is one of the OGs. He and Ryan Miller together helped create Disney Lorcana as a game. And so to have him there was an absolute delight. He actually brought 3 booster boxes, because he was hoping to be able to play Pack Rush with everybody who was there. Ran out of time, unfortunately, so what I ended up getting, and I didn't get a chance to play with him because my matches went too long and there were lines by the time I got over there. So I got a pack from Steve to get my in, because I didn't get a chance to play him. And then he did a quick trivia game where he would he opened some packs. He said, or he would read off some traits of the card, and then whoever guessed got some packs, some sealed packs as a prize. I only guessed one. I only got one right. He was asking about a particular card. Ended up being Chip, and I got 2 packs off of that, plus my entry pack, which I still have not opened. We'll open those here in a second. But the really cool part is I wanted to have him sign something. I didn't get a chance to get a picture of him and me. I got a picture of him posted on Instagram, but I wanted to get a picture. I wanted to get something signed as proof that I had a chance to meet Steve. And so I decided that my pre-release promo would be a fantastic opportunity. Would be a great great setting for that. So there's my Pocahontas Steadfast Traveler, signed by Steve Warner, which first pre-release promos, having Steve there, got it signed. Dude, what a night. So anyway, that was the cool part. Like I said, he came in, he was there for a few hours, really gracious, spending time with us, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. My only regret is I was trying to get my my older 2 boys to come with me, and they opted to stay home instead. And I told them afterwards that they really should have come with me. They would have had a lot of fun. There were some other kids there. It would have been a blast, but they made their choice, and now I'm the one who gets to reap the rewards of opening packs without my boys. Yeah, I feel bad even saying that. One other thing before we get to that, though, is I also added another mat to my collection. This is the Merida mat from this set. I love the art style. I love Merida as an action hero. Merida is one of my favorite princesses. Absolutely beautiful. Um, Maybe next. I didn't get a chance. There was actually somebody there who was down at Disneyland earlier this morning for the drop, and got one of the Woody and Buzz foil mats. Maybe next time when they do the Winnie the Pooh mats, my wife will let me will let me skive off and do that because it's the middle of summer. I doubt it, but we can always hope. Anyway, let's get to packs. Um, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know, or my previous video after set champs, we had a big pull. So we've only got 4 this time instead of 8. Maybe we'll see something cool. So far, I am 7 packs into Wilds Unknown, 6 for the pre-release and 1 for my 1 win, and I have yet to pull an enchanted or an epic, and obviously an iconic. I've never pulled an iconic, but I don't think I've even seen one in person. So maybe we'll change that tonight. Who knows? Either way, we'll start off with Fat Cat. Oh, this is going to be so much harder. I'm reading them in reverse, and I don't know this set as well as I know Winterspell. It's Helga Sinclair. That is Pegasus. I actually had the, so goodness, where'd he go? The Peter Pan in my deck. And if you notice, that is Peter Pan and Pegasus are one of the art connection, or one of the connecting art pieces for Wilds Unknown. Anyway, moving on. We've got Prince Charming. I played Prince Charming once in a school production of Cinderella when I was in 5th grade. Yeah, believe it or not. My brother was the Grand Duke because he was in 6th. Woody, the common version. Mordu. You gotta say it right. What is that? Strange Things. Too bad my middle son isn't here. He is obsessed with Toy Story. He loves it so much. It's his favorite show. Daisy Duck. And there is that chip that won me 2 packs off of Steve. Nice. There's the puzzle piece. That, if you're not familiar with the lore, we got introduced to a new Illumineer we haven't seen before, and his name is Amanasu. I'll have to correct that later. Let's see what we got here. We got a super rare. It says, I don't care what the fates say, I make my own destiny. That sounds like a Hercules of some kind. Hercules Young Rescuer. Fantastic. Next up, another double super rares. Love it. This one is Practical Knowledge. At the end of your turn, if you 2 or more cards were put into your discard this turn, draw a card. I'm not sure. Milo? Milo Thatch getting his hands dirty. Hey. I'm proud that I remembered that, or I guessed that. All right, let's see what our foil is. Something cool. It is another super rare. Oh my gosh, triple super rares. That's awesome. This one is, I don't care what it's Hercules again. Hercules, Milo, Hercules. It's a Hercules, Milo, Hercules. It's a Milo sandwich. All right, pack number 2. Okay, here we go. Rat Capone. You know, this is a weird aside, but if you're ever in Las Vegas, I recommend first visiting Trading Card Garage because, like I said, great store, love it. But also, if you really want to see something cool that's not too touristy but really fun, there is a mob museum in downtown at the old post office. Absolutely phenomenal. And if you go on Kefauver Day, which that's a whole other that's a weird long explanation. It's November 15th, or Valentine's Day. Locals get in for free, and non-locals get in for a super a reduced rate. Lots of fun, absolutely worth it, and they've actually got some Al Capone stuff in there, including the St. Valentine's Massacre wall, or at least a piece of it. All right, we got Helga Sinclair. We had her in the same spot last pack as well. Milo Thatch, Courageous Explorer. Someone will lose his head. Monterey Jack from Rescue Rangers. I almost said Rescuers Down Under. Man, that would have been a mistake. What is that? That is Bashful? I had Bashful in my deck. Yeah, I did. One of my dwarves. Only 4 of them, or 5. Gaetan Moliere. Kashakim? Kashakim, yeah. The King of Atlantis. Let's go that. And then Eleanor. Again from Brave. All right, there's our puzzle piece. And what do we got? Do we have a legendary? Nope, we have a rare. Our first rare of these packs. Forest, deep, and highest mountain are nothing to a true heart. I hear my love's voice in every bird song and see her beauty in the golden light. That sounds like some sort of prince. Who is that? The Prince. I did not realize this was rare. I thought it was an uncommon. The Prince. Not just a prince, but the prince. All right, we got another rare. Repurposed. When you play this character, put all toy cards from the discard on the bottom of your deck in any order. This is Rollerbob, I believe. Oh, Bouncing Duck. Bouncing Ducky. And something cool underneath. We've got... Oh, nope. I thought it was cool. It is a location. Ring of Stones. So, triple super rares, triple rares. That's cool. Hey. We have not had a common or uncommon foil in these first 2 packs, at least. So we'll see what happens from here. Okay. Man, how is it that I'm taking like 5 minutes each to open these packs? There's Rat Capone again in the same spot. Helga Sinclair. 3 times. Helga Sinclair. What are the odds? Milo Thatch. You were in that. I'm getting flashbacks because the last pack was Rat Capone to Helga Sinclair to Milo Thatch to Someone Will Lose His Head. This is the exact same ones. What do we got here? Monterey Jack. Oh, goodness. What was our other one? What was our other common? It was... No, it wasn't you. It was... Bashful. Let's see if this is Bashful as well. Oh, no. Close. We almost had a repeat. Alma Madrigal, Heart of the Family. Okay, moving on. We've got Daisy Duck, Stylish. No, Trendy Traveler. We've got... There's that chip again. 2 packs. It only makes sense that I would have them in, or 2 of them in these packs. And then Lord Macintosh, Whitey and High Strung, voiced by the phenomenal Craig Ferguson. Very funny fellow. And there's a puzzle piece. Moving on. Can we get a legendary? Nope, we got a rare. Making supers fabulous. Whenever this character quests, your super characters get +1 this turn. This is Edna mode. This is Edna mode. Love it. And what do we got here? We got another rare. It is Isabella Madrigal. Nope, Metamorphosis. Shift a character from your discard for free. And something cool underneath. Another rare. Man, we're doing all right on these foils. This one is Can I Help You? Not With Your Sense of Salary. That also sounds like Edna mode. No, it's Cruella de Vil. Sorry, Cruella de Vil, Judgmental Traveler, with her 4 lore pips. This was a very hot commodity at pre-release. There was a couple people looking for that specific promo. So very interesting. Very interesting. All right, that's 3 down and 1 more to go. Let me organize these cards, otherwise it is going to bother my autism. All right. Okay, last pack. Last pack magic. Do a little forehead rub for luck. If there's an iconic in here, I will be doing that to every pack I ever open from now on. Okay. We got Fargus. No, Angus. Angus is the horse. Fargus is the king. Buzz Light. This is the first Buzz Lightyear that I have pulled. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. Common Milo Thatch in that same spot. Prince Eric. I like that body. 6'7". Sorry, please don't turn off the video for that. Oh, there's Bashful. There's Bashful. He was hiding in another pack. Someone will lose his head. Well, at least they're not in the same order as they were. And then what is this? Right behind you. Draw a card. If you have a 7 Dwarves character and Princess character in play, you may play a 7 Dwarves character for free. I got to use this with Snow White and Sneezy on the battlefield in play at the same time. Got to draw a card. Did not have another dwarf to play, but I got to use the card. So that's cool. Anyway, this is Peter Pan. That Peter Pan that pairs with that Pegasus. And then this is, oh goodness, what is this? Ranger Team Up. That Dale is so, everyone loves that Dale. I love that Dale. One of the raffles included a copy of that Dale because apparently someone, she runs a high roller tournament on the night before as a midnight release. Basically, you buy a box and you get to build a deck out of it. And someone was pulling like a bunch of Dales, apparently. We got a rare. It is Fierce Protection. When this character is exerted, while this character is exerted, whenever an opposing character challenges, you may deal 1 damage to the challenging character. That sounds like Rourke. No. Ooh, I was wrong. It's my girl Merida. It is my girl Merida. And what do we got here underneath? We got a super rare. No legendaries out of these 4 packs. Not surprising. They're usually 1 out of every 12-ish. Let's see. What is this? At the end of your turn, if you have 3 or more exerted characters in play, deal 1 damage to chosen opposing character, gain 1 lore, and draw a card. Is this the triplets? No, it's not. It's Queen Eleanor, renowned diplomat. I was close. So we got Merida, her mom. No sign of her brothers. The Amethyst version of her brothers were the bears that can keep things locked down. That caused me problems during one of my games. Oh, no. We got an epic. My first epic for this set. What do we got here? We got... It's Mr. Incredible. Bob Parr. Love it. Fantastic. All right, so 4 packs. We did not pull a single dud foil. We had 2 rares, 1 super rare, and 1 epic. I like that odds. I heard, I've seen a video and heard some anecdotal evidence that this set has better pull rates. So maybe that's true. Hopefully that's true. And it'd be nice to get a pull and enchanted from this set. There's a couple that I would love to have. For sure. Anyway, that is pre-release. I hope you, like I said, had as much fun as I did. Look forward to more stuff from us because we're just getting started. Because Pixar, what can I say? Pixar is here and I am all for it. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. And that way you don't miss any of our other Lorcana content. And we will see you next time.